If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it?
I'm going to tell a story that most of my friends don't even know about, which led to the relationship that I'm in now. But more importantly, a lesson in divine timing and not letting what people speak over your life impact you, but welcoming those people who are speaking good actually lead you somewhere. I was in the process of getting ready to move and leave Dallas and decided to get a massage at a Black woman-owned spa before I left. So I got the massage, great, 10 out of 10. The spa owner ended up coming out to me and asking me, hey, do you want to get a sound bath? I'm trying to get professionally trained in this. I need credit hours. Would you mind staying? Coincidentally, the plans that I had post-massage got canceled. So I was like, yeah, I have an hour of free time. No worries, girl. I got you. But after the sound bath was over, she was like, hey, we're having an open house. If you want to come next week, bring your friends. Tell them to come. It'll be great. I tell her, unfortunately, I can't come, but I would love to tell my friends. However, I'm moving the next week, like maybe 2 days before she's having this event. So she just asked me, where am I moving to? And I told her Atlanta. But her friend was in the room with us and she said, oh my gosh, Atlanta, you're gonna hate it. Dating there is horrible. I hope you already have someone in your life. You're not gonna be able to find a man. It's just trash. I lived there for years. It wasn't for me. You'll find your way back to Dallas. The spa owner said, hey, don't listen to her. Then don't let those words take control of your life. Your husband's in Atlanta. You'll be fine. But go home and write down the characteristics of what you want in a man and what it would take to love you. And at the time, I had been talking to someone on and off for a while, so I didn't think anything of it, but something told me that to go home and do it. Just whatever she's telling you to do, just go home, do it. Fast forward, I'm in Atlanta, like living, but I'm in Chicago at one of my best friend's weddings. Was super happy for her. And this guy walks up to me and says, hey, I think I've seen you before. Mind you, I used to live in Chicago, so I was like, oh, I used to live here. Told me no recently. Come to find out, not only does he live in Atlanta, one of his really good friends also lives in my neighborhood and in my building. And he asked me, hey, do you have a small gray dog? Things get weird because obviously I have a small gray dog. He's like, hey, I saw you coming out of your building a couple weeks ago on this date. This time you were like in a rush. I was like, I stopped and thought, I was like, oh my gosh, did I hit you with the door coming out of the building? I was actually on my way to an event and trying to be a hot girl, but yes, I accidentally hit you with the door. I apologize, but so sorry. He was like, yeah, that was me. I was like, oh, that's funny. And we talked pretty much the rest of the night at the wedding. And then he asked me like, hey, when we get back to town, can we do dinner? Something like that. And I was like, again, just kind of had gotten out of a situation that was on and off again. But everyone talked so nice about him. I was like, what do I have to lose, right? It's just dinner. So that one dinner ended up being a 6-hour date. And we talked and found out we had a lot of stuff in common. And it was great. It was like, okay, like, you're a cool guy. I really enjoy talking to you. And we keep going on dates over like the next couple weeks. Our first date ended up being like 2 weeks after the wedding. And we went to dinner and conversation was great. He was like, hey, would you love to join me for an after dinner cocktail? I was like, okay, that's cool. We can go to the bar. He's like, oh, no, I made this reservation somewhere else. I was like, okay, bonus points. We like it. That first date ended up being like 6 hours, and we continued to go on a date a week, talk every day over the course of the next couple weeks. And as we got to know each other and continued to find out things we had in common, what we liked, I went back to the list that I had made of the characteristics that I would want in a partner. And he was displaying a lot of those things that were not only just needs, but things that I want. And then also things that I was like, I didn't know this would be such an important thing, but I appreciate it now. So now, over a year later, we just celebrated our anniversary. We are doing really well. And more so importantly, I look back and think about had all of those things in my life not happened the way that they didn't, like had I not gotten the massage, had I would have not stayed for the sound bath, I may have not recognized what I have and what I was able to have if I didn't move out of my own way. So again, this is just a lesson in let things happen, but also be careful who you let speak over your life. And more importantly, what you believe in yourself, because you deserve to be loved and it's out there for you.